Hey everybody, this is Kevin Crouch with Ellis County Weather, and I am here at the Midlothian Multipurpose Stadium to feature the Midlothian Panthers that are taking on the Burleson Centennial Spartans here tomorrow night. Of course, Midlothian, the Panthers are coming off of a tough loss to Colleyville Heritage last week. I believe it was a close game, 7-10. Very hard-fought game. Unfortunately, they did not come out on top, so they will be coming out ready to bring home a win in district play this week. And I have been on the field in this stadium a few times, just back in high school when I was in the band. Very nice facility here, of course, serving both Midlothian High School and Midlothian Heritage. And so this will be a great game, and it looks like the weather is going to be pretty decent for it as well. But we have some storms coming up, and those will need some special attention. But before we get to that, I want to tell you that this is sponsored by the Arcade. They're in Waxahachie in the basement of the Rogers Hotel. And last week I mentioned that they are doing kind of this Q&A thing, and what they're actually saying lately, actually the first FAQ that they had, frequently asked question, of course, was, does free play mean you play for free? And it doesn't. What that actually means is that you pay once at the door, and that covers you for however long you want to play those games. So you don't have to pay each game individually, like at a lot of arcades. You pay once at the door, and you're good to go. You're all set. So it doesn't, unfortunately, mean you just get to play for free. You do have to pay something, but it's more or less kind of a cover charge type thing. You pay at the door, and then you go in. So hey, if you've got some time to kill, you can't beat that. You pay once at the door, and then you spend some quality time with those games there at the arcade. So check that out in the basement of the Rogers Hotel, and go to their Facebook page or the website, one of the two. Both of those are going to be linked here, of course, so that you can reference their information. Now, I want to talk about this forecast. Let's start with Friday night. So your Friday Night Lights forecast is going to be mostly clear, so not any kind of rain or anything of that sort. Mostly clear with mid-80s for the temperatures at kickoff. So right around the mid to upper 80s there. So not terribly, terribly hot. It may be a little bit muggy, though. So unfortunately, you may be doing some sweating and that sort of thing. But hey, it's going to be better than being 102 degrees, right? So lows will be in the upper 60s overnight. Now, what I want to point out, and you can probably hear on the video, that there's quite a decent breeze up here. Thankfully, it's really nice. But there's going to be quite a windy day on Friday. But those winds should start to subside as we get into football game time, when we get into the evening, especially when the sun goes down. So I'm saying winds will be right around 5 to 10 miles per hour at game time. Now, the thing is that this stadium is up on a hill, and even just right here, I can feel a pretty decent breeze. So I won't be surprised if those southerly winds maybe start creeping up above the 10-mile-per-hour mark here at the multi-purpose stadium. So just keep that in mind as you go to kick off that, whether you're kicking off one way or the other, or keep that in mind, coaches, when things are getting ready to get underway. When you're flipping that coin, keep that calculus in your head that the winds may be a little stronger here than they are at some other places. Because we're up on this hill, and you have so much easy access to a good breeze. So definitely something to keep in mind. Let's get into Saturday. Now, you're not going to like, if you like the cooler temperatures, you're not going to like this forecast, right? This is not going to be your favorite thing for me to say. And hold the criticism. Be patient with me a little bit, and we'll get through this. So Saturday, sunny skies with highs in the low 90s. I know. We're back in the 90s. I read the forecast discussion this morning from the overnight period from the National Weather Service, and it said that there was some truth to the graphic that's been going around social media, that there are 12 seasons in Texas. So, there's some credence there. Highs will be in the low 90s, and, we're just going to have to make it the best we can. Saturday night, mostly clear with lows in the upper 60s, so our evenings will kind of start to warm up a little bit as well. Sunday, mostly sunny, highs, again, kind of right around 90 degrees, low 90s. It's just going to be another warm one. It's going to be muggy, too, unfortunately. So we have a little bit of a weekend of summer. And then what's interesting, we're going to start getting into spring as we go into Sunday night, Monday, and Tuesday. We have storms returning to the forecast. So Sunday night, I want to talk about this for a little bit. We have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. That may change and evolve over the next 24, 48 hours, and I'll be monitoring this throughout the next few days. we do have a potential for some severe weather on Sunday night. So I will be monitoring this very closely. It looks like the best chance for severe weather is going to be to our north and east, but we are included in a severe weather event, or the possibility of one. And what's interesting is that there has been some certainty of the possibility, at least, of severe weather. I know that seems like kind of a oxymoron, right? But there is more certainty than there often is that there will be severe weather involved in this situation on Sunday night. Looks like it's late Sunday night into Monday morning. But further ahead, when you go to 4 to 5, 6, 7 days ahead of the forecast, when you go beyond 3 days for those categorical risks that the Storm Prediction Center posts, that's what I published this morning, when you start seeing them publish a threat 4 or 5 days in advance, that means that there's some pretty decent certainty surrounding that. So the forecast will definitely be worthy of paying attention to over the next couple of days, and I will continue to bring updates on that. It looks like we could have more storms Monday, and then the next chance for severe weather after that looks to be Tuesday, and that could probably be a late afternoon, evening event. So stay tuned to Ellis County weather. It looks like we're going into our second severe weather season here with 2 opportunities for severe weather coming up. And Sunday night, it could be a very late night type of thing. And then Tuesday, from what I'm looking at so far, again, this can change, but it does look like we're going to have those storms fire to our west along a dry line in the peak heat of the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock, and then move westward. And of course, it usually takes a few hours to get here, so that means 7, 8 o'clock sometimes. But the forecast is still a little bit unclear on timing, but what does seem clear is when we have storms coming, and they could be intense. So stay tuned for more updates on that over the next few days.